Today I am going to unpack my packer. For those of you who don't know what a packer is, I'm just going to read to you from the company website that I bought this from. As most of you know or assume, our products in this category are for you and your kids to assist them in their medical transition, and they are in no way intended to sexualize your child or be presented as items for sex, even though you have to actually when you go to this site, you have to click that you're over 18 in order to view the items. They're making this disclaimer that these are not sex toys. They're not intended to sexualize children. They are, in fact, for medically transitioning children. This is our smallest packer, and it is intended for young trans youth. It is available in a soft texture only. Before I open this, I want to reiterate that this product is intended for a child under 5 years old who is gender dysphoric. Under 5. Here's the box. See these unpacking videos online. So this is unpacking my packer. And I can't even imagine. Alright, here goes. Alright, we ready? I'll let you see it as I see it. So first we have probably instructions, I'm guessing. Let's see what this is first. It's in bubble wrap. Alright. And I just realized some of you may not know what a packer is. That's a packer. It's intended for girls under 5 to put in their underwear so that they have a bulge that mimics a penis. This is for a girl under 5. It's intended for her to put in her panties so that she has a bulge that looks like a boy's. So, might as well give it a try, right? I don't wear pants very often, but let's see. Put my little packer there. Okay, so I'm a grown woman, and this actually gives me quite a nice bulge. So can you imagine having this in a little girl's panties, a little girl who is under the age of 5, and this is clearly supposed to look like a penis. It's a circumcised penis, interestingly enough. I can't even imagine what parent would buy this for their daughter, a child under 5 years old, and then in the morning say, "Honey, don't forget to put your packer in." To me, this is reinforcing gender dysphoria in a really quite profound and ugly way. One of the things I hear trans advocates talk about all the time is that being transgender is not about the genitals, and yet this here product is for little girls, children who aren't even in kindergarten yet. I'm not entirely sure what kind of message a little girl would get by having something like this put in her underwear so that she can start her medical transition under the age of 5, but I suspect it would be an incredibly unhealthy message that she would integrate. And if a parent starts doing something like this, it's really hard for me to imagine that their little girl would say, "I am not a boy," after their parents put something like this in their panties and say, "There, now you're a boy." Again, like, I'm a grown woman, and this is the bulge I get. This is like a profound bulge for me. and just even the feeling of having something like that, walking around, going to school with this penis in my panties, and they're saying they're not sexualizing kids. So let's see what the material says. It says, oh, of course there's a product placement from this transwear. Our silicone soft packs contain soft, squishy silicone gel on the inside to simulate a fresh feel. Oh, God. These are for children under 5. Oh, gosh. This is very confusing to me. And really, that's all there is in this box. I wish I could show you what this looks like as I'm sitting, because it really is quite a profound bulge. Can you see that? Like, oh gosh. I'm trying to imagine the thought process of a parent who decides to buy this product for their child. Like, I'm trying to even imagine what that parent is thinking, that they want their daughter to have a really quite profound bulge, probably a much more profound bulge than her male peers, her biologically male peers. And again, under 5. So that's before children in the USA start kindergarten. These are really young children who are quite magical thinkers. And I'm not sure as a parent what you would say to your child, to your daughter, as you put this in her panties, other than to say, like, I am so convinced of traditional stereotypes that I've decided that you're a boy in a girl's body because you're acting masculine, and I'm going to convince you that you are a boy stuck in a girl's body, even though there's no such thing. I got to get this thing out. It's really gross. Oh. So I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to share this with people who suggest that the trans agenda doesn't include starting the process of medically transitioning young kids. Because what happens is you start out with a packer, and then girls as young as 8 years old now are getting cross-gender hormones. Cross-gender hormones. These kids will never go through normal puberty because they're being given cross-gender hormones before they've actually even gone through puberty. We don't have any idea what this will do to children because it's never been done. I certainly don't think we've ever had things like this for sale, to put in children's underwear, to put in their panties as we send them off to play. And I can't imagine if I were a parent and I had a child come over to play with my child and my child saw something like this, how I would ever explain that to my child. This is just completely unbelievable, is the word I would say. Completely unbelievable. And it's quite shocking to me that we've gotten to a point in society where me calling this out and saying, this is unbelievable, this is unacceptable, this is sexualizing and objectifying children in a most heinous way, that I'm actually the one who's considered a bigot because they consider me transphobic. There's no way you can justify putting a fake penis in a child's panties. There's no way you can justify that. We need to contact our schools. We need to contact our legislators. We need to put an end to this. We need to stop accepting the sexualization and objectification of children as acceptable. We need to stop accepting the fact that a child as younger than 5 years old can even be gender dysphoric, that at this age, children are still developing their identity. And we also need to start pushing back because just a child who has gender dysphoria is not inherently transgender. It means that they have a mental health issue. Transitioning a child doesn't resolve their gender dysphoria. So if all these attempts to resolve gender dysphoria, such as giving a child a packer or having them medically transition, doesn't actually resolve the gender dysphoria, then why are we doing it? So this is unpacking the packer. And as much as I would like to throw it away, I'm going to keep it because I want to show people this. This is what we're doing to our kids in the name of political correctness, and it's not okay.